part four of the reading. So there's some type of very significant decision that you have to make, and I feel like you don't want to make it, okay? Because this is going to require emotional sacrifice. You're going to have to walk away from something, and I don't feel like you want to walk away from whatever it is. For many of you, this could be a connection. Maybe you are connected to multiple people in a romantic way, or whatever, however it applies to you, and it feels like, you know, you have to kind of go one way or go the other way. Okay, like I said, you could be choosing between different situations, different people. Just take it how it resonates. There is a significant connection that sits in your field, or a couple of them. Maybe there's even a few, but I feel like one of these connections is more stable than the other. One of them may be more intense, more fiery. There could be something that's inconsistent about it, off and on, Knight of Wands energy. And then there could be a connection that's presenting as a lot more mature and stable. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So it's kind of like one situation may have potential, but it may not be as like established, or it may not be already showing up embodying that potential. And then one situation may just generally be more stable. But I feel like one of them, like they kind of hit you in different ways. One may be more of a soul call, and one may be more practical. Just take it how it resonates. But I feel like you're not wanting to make this decision. I feel like the fear of missing out or making the wrong decision, or just any type of like there's a fear attached to this decision. It's like, what if I make the wrong decision? What if this doesn't end right? It's like a lack, insecure type of position that you're feeling that you are in, and it's making you not want to have to make this decision, but you know that you're going to have to do it. And also there's this energy of like, even if you try to avoid it, it's not going to go away. It's not going to correct itself. You're going to have to be conscious and make a conscious choice here. So it feels like one decision, like one route, you would possibly be making this decision because you're afraid to miss out. You're afraid to mess something up. You're afraid of what will be if you don't go this direction. And, you know, there could be multiple reasons or multiple factors that are impacting how you're feeling about whatever it is that you need to do. But it really all boils down to the fact that this is a tough one, and it's one that is inevitable, and it essentially won't go away until, you know, you choose a path here. Okay. So Spirit, do you have any advice for the collective here? There's a collective reading up, so make sure you go check that out. But let's get you some advice. So Spirit, do you have any advice for this particular situation here? Any advice? Ooh, any advice? Ooh, Death. Spirit's like, you just gotta, the King of Wands. So this is the thing. Right now, because of the Two of Swords energy, which is you not wanting to see the truth, or like look at this plainly because it's too difficult to deal with. This is not allowing you to be connected to your intuition. Okay. There's a lot of emotional and mental charge and soul level charge behind whatever this decision is. And it's like, you can't really connect to your inner guidance on this because of the fear of making the choice, or the fear of what's going to happen when you make the choice. And this is clouding your judgment right now. So the first thing is, you know, finding a way to ground, and also like you have to start with just you. You have to take out the external factors and start with just you. Okay. What is it that you want for your future? What does that look like? Where is alignment when it comes to your future and the vision that you have for yourself? And then you have to look at the different situations, what aligns with that and what does not align with that. And even if it's like one in particular where there may be some potential behind it, if you know deep down, if it has proven to be unstable, if you know that it doesn't create harmony with the timeline that you're on, you already know what decision you need to make. But I feel like a lot of you are having totally different experiences maybe with that particular situation, and it's making it hard to choose. But spirit is like, you have to be, you got to be courageous about this King of Wands. You got to be confident that what you're doing is actually going to be better for you. Some of you already know the truth, but you just don't want to see it because that's going to make it more difficult to this is the thing. You cannot bypass this. You can't emotionally bypass it. You can't spiritually bypass it. You're going to have to make a decision, and not it's not going to be necessarily easy, but it is going to be required, right? Justice energy, balance, truth, honesty has to be created here. You know what I'm saying? That's it just has to balance itself out. Things have to be balanced out, and you're gonna have to do something. But the biggest thing here is to start with yourself. Start with what it is that you want out of your life, out of your situations or whatever, and then you introduce the factors into the picture. Which one aligns and which doesn't? And then you kind of have your answer. Some of you already know the answer. You're just trying to ignore it or avoid it. Okay. So there's a collective reading. Make sure you go check it out. But that's what I have. Let me know if this resonates in the comments, and I'll chat with y'all on the next one. Bye.